Have we seen this before?
And bronze. But the 50,000 square
Yeah, I think we saw that before.
mansion isn't meant to just look nice. It's supposed to be
Wait, holy
practical,
shit!
too, which is why Drake and architect Ferris Rafali designed it with some of the rapper's favorite hobbies in mind. The home has an NBA regulation-sized indoor basketball court, so that Drake and his friends can get
I don't care, but it's still
before they
interesting.
head to his private recording studio. The studio comes complete with a cozy lounge decorated with some of Drake's favorite action figures. And that's not the only impressive collection Drake has. He has an entire room called the Awards Room, where he displays all of his achievements.
Yeah, I have that too here.
And just off of that, he has a hallway devoted to his collection of sports jerseys. After a hard day of work, Drake can relax and entertain friends in the Great Room. With its 44-foot-high ceilings and tons of room to kick back, the Great Room also hosts two of the most expensive pieces of decor in the entire house.
I thought it was within scene there.
A Bossendorfer bespoke grand piano, designed by his architect Ferris Rafali and Takashi
It's still pretty crazy though, dude.
In the U.S., a Bossendorfer can cost anywhere between $756,000 to $560,000. So Drake probably spent a good amount of his decor budget on this statement piece. The second epic piece of decor is a replica of the
Chat, this is pretty cool. I kind of like that.
Over 20,000 pieces of hand-cut Swarovski crystal make up the grand chandelier, which is the second largest of its kind in the world. But despite the luxury, Drake would much rather spend his time in his 3,200 square foot master bedroom suite.
That is ugly as shit.
We know you'd love to kick back in that bed, but just wait until you get a look at the in-suite bedroom. The centerpiece of the epic bathroom is probably that 4,000-pound tub of black marble. It was carved from one single block of marble, making it one of the most unique pieces in Drake's house. It goes well with the eloquently epic two-story closet. We haven't gotten a very good look inside this massive closet, but Drake told Architectural Digest that it was designed with raw luxury materials like amethyst, rock crystal, and even diamond. The entire master suite is surrounded by 1,100 square feet of covered terraces, so that even chilly Toronto winters don't keep him cooped up inside the house. But for some real relaxation, Drake doesn't just sit on his terrace. For some much-needed R&R, the star can retire to one of his 2 saunas, spend an hour in the massage room, or take a dip in his indoor or outdoor pool. The indoor pool is made of black granite and has a black light.
Chat, does he live there daily all the time?
Atmosphere for any occasion. Atmosphere seems
like if you were going to knock right now at the door, let's say, is he going to answer the door?
Outfitted with customizable neon lighting.
But why?
When it's time to go out, Drake has a 10-car garage waiting for him where he stores all of his expensive vehicles. But we'll talk more about his car collection a little bit later. It's hard to believe that all this luxury is in only one of Drake's properties. The star also owns 3 homes in Hidden Hills, California, a luxury neighborhood that's also home to a few of the Kardashians. The first is a $4.5 million, 2,449 square foot ranch. Drake bought the 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms property with the intention of pairing it with some other nearby homes to form an estate. In 2012, he bought a $7.7 million home nearby, and then a 1950s-style ranch for $2.8 million. Drake, who just seems to love naming his properties, calls this one the YOLO Estate. The pride and joy of this trio of properties is the $7.7 million home that Drake bought because it reminded him of the Playboy Mansion.
That's ruined.
It's because of this epic pool, complete with a waterfall and a grotto. The home also has tons of activities, like a home gym, tennis court, movie theater, and game room. Do you prefer Drake's LA estate to his Toronto digs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Sure, man.
Drake's a fan of luxury transport, but he's not always speeding around in sports cars. Instead, his favorite mode of transportation is his $185 million custom private plane. The Boeing 767-300F was recently given a makeover by Louis Vuitton designer Virgil Abloh, and now rocks a blue exterior with painted clouds. When it comes to cars, though, Drake is a collector. No wonder he needs so much room in his garage. One of his most impressive vehicles is a rare Bugatti Veyron Sang-Noir for $3.4 million. Only 12 were ever built. Rare vehicles seems to be a pretty big theme in Drake's car collection. He also has a Mercedes Maybach G650, of which only 99 were ever made. Drake is the only person to own one in all of North America. He also managed to get his hands on a rare Mercedes Pullman worth $600,000.
God, this is so ugly.
And he owns the very last Maybach 62S Landaulet that was ever built. This particular collector's car is estimated to have cost the singer over $1 million. Drake also has a few more practical cars that he's been seen rolling around in. One of his favorites might be
Hey,
his
xQc
Ferrari
Mufasa
LaFerrari, which he
has done
purchased for
another
over $1
dance,
million.
the Friday guy.
Another is his Lamborghini
Okay.
Aventador, which cost $400,000 and is estimated to have a top speed of 217 miles an hour. The rapper also has a DeVille 16 worth $2.2 million.
Guys, this is so
A
ugly.
Rolls-Royce Dawn worth $400,000, and a few other classic luxury vehicles. His garage also contains a Lamborghini Gallardo, a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, a Bentley
xQcOW.
Continental GTC, and a McLaren 675 LT. Oof, that's a lot of cars to have to choose between every day. Which of Drake's many vehicles do you want to drive the most? Let us know in the comments.
No, I'm not.
If there's anything Drake loves as much as collecting cars, it's
Okay, I'm done with this chat.
including an 11. These expensive bags.
Okay, I'm done with this. Okay, next. Oh, thanks, man. Those are cute. Oh yeah, Youngling is Pog. So these are the ones that do that. Damn, I never knew that. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'll try it. They go like. Okay, I'm done. Guys, insect videos are kind of. I like them. I know people don't like them, but I like them.
We like to think we're in control, that our minds are our own.
I like them.
But that's not true for this fruit fly. Its brain has been hijacked by another organism,
What?
and it's not gonna end well. It all starts when the fly is innocently walking around, sipping on overripe fruit. It picks up an invisible fungus spore.
Oh, I've seen it before.
Under its
Not the video,
skin.
but this is interesting.
For a few days, everything seems normal. But inside, the fungus is growing, feeding on the fly's fat,
Guys-
and infiltrating its mind.
They get hacked.
At dusk on the 4th or 5th day, the fly gets a little erratic, wandering around. It climbs to a high place. Scientists call this behavior summiting. Then it starts twitching. The fungus is in control. The fly sticks out its mouth part and spits out a tiny drop of sticky liquid.
It's bugging.
That glues the fly down, sealing its fate. A few minutes later, its wings shoot up, and it dies. Now that the fungus has forced the fly into this death pose, wings out of the way, nothing can stop it. It emerges.
That is disgusting, dude. Ugh!
Tiny spore launchers burst out of the fly's skin.
But why?
Hundreds of spores shoot out at high speed, catching a breeze if the fly climbs high enough. They're the next generation of killer fungus. It continues for hours, spores flying out. These flies are in the wrong place at the wrong
Oh,
time.
now they're all GG.
And if spores land on a wing, which they can't bore into, they shoot out a secondary spore to increase their chances of spreading. So, how does a fungus take control of a brain? At Harvard, Carolyn Elia is trying to understand that. She thinks the fungus
Guys,
secretes chemicals
Guys, I'm sorry, chat. What about humans? Are we immune to this shit? Are we immune to this?
manipulate the fly's neurons, may be stimulating the ones that make flies climb. But don't worry, the fungus can't hurt humans.
This guy's. Oh.
Scientists have tried to harness its power for our benefit, to kill flies in our kitchens and farms. They haven't had any luck, though. The deadly spores are actually pretty fragile and short-lived. It turns out, this lethal puppet master does only what it needs to for its own survival.
Guys, I was like, dude, what
Hi,
if
it's Lauren again.
What if one day you eat an apple, dude, and then
Why not help us grow on Patreon?
like that you did,
Funds
and you do shit like
go on a
that?
Filming expedition to Oaxaca.
You know?
And for a limited time, we're sweetening the deal with a special gift. Link is in the
Hey
description.
xQc, I recommend this video. It's called Cicada 3301. It
We've
has
single
19
ported it.
million views and this if for sure content.
Hey man, please watch this.
A suspicious smell has been noticed coming from the boys' toilets.
You smell it as soon as you walk down, but it was like about 5 minutes ago, really strong smell of when we put out the boys' toilet there.
Stinks of weed in here. Who's been in that you know of?
Just little kids. I don't know what the names are.
We've got to find out if there's any substances in school or if there's anything that shouldn't be there because it's illegal. You know, we've got children to protect and you know, we need to make sure that ultimately that the students are all right.
He's going into his pocket for something.
The CCTV has revealed 3 Year 8 and 2 Year 11 students.
Mr. Chambers,
It's so
Yes.
illegal.
have you spoke to him?
No, take him in there and search him, miss.
Come in the office. What can you tell us about drugs, weed, in school this morning?
The suspects are questioned
Come in the
Smoking weed in
office.
school? Have they? One of them has.
and searched.
One of you's got weed on, you know. It's any pockets out.
You hungry? Got the munchies?
What's cannabis? Cannabis, it's weed and you smoke it.
Okay, dude. What is this?
Don't your skin change colour? Or is that due to alcohol?
I don't know if I've heard of that one.
So you've no idea of its whereabouts, you've no idea who might have it.
Positive, I don't know.
Are you sure? Because I'm going round in circles.
Positiveness.
There was a talk about weed in the toilets.
I don't even smoke weed or anything.
I think we've got 880 students in school.
Caden had it.
Caden addicts, where's the rest of it? Caden's still got it.
So to try and pin it down and catch someone, or to try and find out who's done something on the estate on the way into school, it's near on impossible.
Chat,
to do.
is this so stressful
It's
to
just
when you're in the principal's
elimination,
office,
isn't it,
dude?
to try and find out where the crux of it is.
Shit gives me PTSD, dude.
Some other lad walked past me, and then about 2 minutes later I could smell weed. Like sure.
Caden.
The students questioned have named someone else well known to Mr. Chambers.
Does anybody know the whereabouts of Caden?
When someone mentions Caden to me, my heart sinks. I'm like, no. He just lets himself down sometimes. And I'm like, no.
Have you been smoking cannabis in this school?
No, I don't like it. My mum told me that it can kill you. It gives you lung cancer.
Nothing. Take your jacket and go down.
We've got rid of it somehow, but...
I didn't give it to somebody in school.
They got outplayed.
So what do we do from here?
There's no we can do. Unless we catch them with it. This is the thing that we can't blame anyone.
Who have you checked?
I spoke to Sean.
Somebody's gonna
Nothing.
snitch.
Spoke to Caden. Nothing. We're monitoring what he does. He knows that. He's going to have to be careful.
So are they okay to go back to lessons then? Yeah, is that okay?
Chat, you know what, chat? I'm surprised that they didn't do what schools actually do. Well, we know who it is, but if you tell us, dude, you'll be fine. But we already know. Just tell us, dude. Just tell us.
Following
That's
yesterday's
so
investigation
fucking annoying, dude.
into the suspicion of drugs on the school premises,
So
Caden
manipulative.
and 2 other Year 8 boys have been called to see Mr. Chambers.
You guys put yourself in a really difficult position yesterday where you could have been permanently excluded from school. You know, you were definitely up to something. And, mate, your knowledge was absolutely staggering.
If you were involved in something, and I'm not saying that, you were that far away from getting caught. Believe me on this. That far away. So it will be spot checked randomly. And if that smell appears again, then we've already been in touch with JMP and we'll get police dogs in. Next time, within 15 minutes. In
Jeez,
school, you
chill
have to give
out.
them as many chances as possible, like with Caden, because once they leave here, you know, in adult life, your chances dry up. This is the only freebie you get in life in school. Make the most of it.
Jesus, okay. And wait, Chad, that was surprisingly pretty. That was decently interesting.